We're getting ready for the Daytona 500. Tom Vandervoort and Matt Crossman with you from the Sporting News Studios. And 25 years ago, Matt, there was a remarkable Daytona 500. Bobby Allison won. His son Davey came in second.
Yep.
And from there, a remarkable series of events unfolded. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it was really a tragic series of events. That was in February of 1988. And then in June of 88, Bobby was in a nearly fatal accident at Pocono. Left him with amnesia that still lingers. He's got, a year and a half or so of memories that just aren't there. And then 5 years later, Davey died in a helicopter crash. So Bobby not only doesn't remember winning the Daytona 500 with his son finishing second, he doesn't have the son to share that memory with anyway.
Yeah, and one of the other remarkable things is that his other son, Clifford, he also lost. He and his wife, Judy, also lost. And what you did is you called Bobby and you said, would you like to come back into the studios and watch the 1988 Daytona 500 with me? And that's what we did.
Yeah. And he brought along Judy, who I think you and I agreed has as much of a racer's personality as she does, or as he does.
Absolutely. And it was a remarkable day. They were extremely open about what they went through and the stresses it put on them, on their marriage, on their life, how painful it still is, and how they get through it. And we sat there and watched that race for 3.5 hours, and what you're about to see is about 5 minutes of our conversation, specifically on the recovery process that they went through together.
No, I was sitting still, and the guy was going 150 miles an hour, hit me in the driver's door.
Oh, my gosh.
And I should have not lived.
Did he look thicker or bigger? Did he sit up straighter?
No, he was pretty much flat and naked all the time.
That's got to go in the story right there.
Flat and naked.
And I had to shield him, a little bit
She
here.
wouldn't give me any clothes because she's afraid I'd sneak out.
Are you being for real right now?
I am being for real. He couldn't stand clothes. He couldn't stand, even a sheet. Couldn't stand it on him. There was something about it that he couldn't. That was in Allentown and partly in Alabama in the rehab.
Not to ask you a question I might regret asking. Was that true before and true after?
No. Sort of true now.
How did you find out that you couldn't remember?
Somebody would say, "Oh, don't you remember me from we did so and so?"
Nope.
No. Don't remember you, and don't remember doing the deal either.
Don't remember you or so-and-so.
He didn't remember winning the championship, and I brought the program book to him with him in front of the Waldorf with the race car,
Right.
and that triggered it for him.
Do memories still come back to you, or has that stopped?
Every once in a while, I remember something that I hadn't been remembering up to that point, but it's pretty rare. Say it was 2 months later when I was in Lakeshore in Alabama, that I woke up one day in this bed and I said, where am I? Why did I hurt so bad? And why am I in jail? It seemed to me like I was in jail.
Right, what I do, man.
And the window had the very small pane, so it looked like it had bars on the window.
Right. So you literally thought you were in jail the first time you woke up?
Man.
Did you ask why am I naked too?
Is that some kind of weird naked jail?
That wasn't bothering me right now.
Who took my jumpsuit?
It don't bother me now.
Were you afraid to drive? What was?
I just didn't want to. I didn't want to do anything.
Sometimes cry, sit in the corner and cry.
I had a really pessimistic outlook. There were little pieces of things that were a plus to me, but they were really overshadowed by the daily minutes of the day.
And have the doctor said why there's some things you remember and some things that you don't? Do they know? They don't really know, do you?
It's just like the doctor said to me, he says, we can cut out a tiny little bit of the brain and the person won't remember anything, but we can cut out half of it and they might remember everything.
Right. So like how everything is stored is...
And especially when they have it categorized that you do different things
Right,
for
with
different parts,
right.
that's not always true.
Bobby, when did you think you were as normal as you could be. Was there a moment or something that happened, or was it more gradual than that?
No. And I still don't feel I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's some stuff missing there. And I know there's things that were just so second nature to me back then that now would be a chore. You know, I'm pleased with where I am. Real early in my fairly early in my recovery, with the help of a few people, I decided that I would appreciate what I had and I wouldn't grieve about what I didn't have. Because early I grieved about what I didn't have. You know, like she said, and I sat and cried. You know what I mean? Like a 2-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the world was just really all mixed up to me. You know, early on, I was really mad that they let me live. You know, I already was real sad and cried easy about anything. You know,
Right.
But as I started to recover a little bit, then I became really mad that they had let me live, because you know I could see no future, and I'll tell you today, my productive life was over. I call it a state of confusion I lived in. Why don't I feel good today, and why doesn't this happen? Why doesn't that? You know, and never an answer. But always a question, you know, and I really wondered why I had made it.
Yeah.
Do you still wonder that?
I still have some weird feelings about it. And if I'd have died right there, I would have missed a lot of the bad times that happened afterwards.
And good.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just catch myself wondering sometimes.
All right, Matt, so there you go. I mean, 5 minutes from our really remarkable day, and I don't think I can stress enough how incredible it was to sit here with a Hall of Fame race car driver, watch this race that he doesn't remember, and have them share what they shared with us.
Their life story is just incredible. You can't find another athlete who has been through what he's been through in terms of the incredible highs of the successes he's had, and then the incredible lows of the personal tragedies he's endured.
That's absolutely true. As I say, look for some other videos related to this project. Been a very interesting and a great idea, Matt, that you had to do that. So thank you for bringing that to us. All right, Tom Vandervoort, Matt Crossman. We'll see you later.